Alright, I'm back. Yay, for you guys, right? Hoping everybody's doing well. And hope everybody has been kind to people today and encouraged somebody and said something nice. Who knows? Hopefully. Hopefully people will realize that when somebody removes a video, a lot of times, sometimes, maybe, it's because they feel some type of remorse, or it was said out of anger. Um, like they feel some kind of way and they remove it, right? I didn't know that. I heard a certain person saying that, oh, but people try to be nice to you, but you're so paranoid, you think everybody is against you, or this, that, and the other thing. Now, to say that two people are in cahoots because they said hello to you, or me, or whatever, they said hello to each other. So now they're in cahoots. One that you refer to with meth in their name, and one that you refer to with grifter in their name. And that they're in cahoots. Well, doesn't that kind of make you paranoid? So if somebody says hello, they're in cahoots. So I just want, to be more aware of the fact that when people are just simply having a conversation, and then, whatever, maybe the video was privated. It doesn't make anybody PUSSY or in cahoots. It's just, whatever. It's nothing, no reason for you to, say somebody's on meth or this person's a grifter. Um, recognize your behavior. Like, there's a lot of people out there in the world that, well, we've got 20 people here. So if I opened my doors to a restaurant, 20 people flooded in. That's more than one a minute. And they all just sat there and didn't order shit. People were looking at them like, are you fucking out of your mind right now? So you guys just waited for this restaurant to open up. You don't like what they serve here. You don't like the food. You don't like the cook. You don't like the help. And yet here you are. Right? You could be starving. But you were like, nope, I'm going to sit here and starve. I'm going to deny myself of some food and being around people I like and enjoyable conversation just to sit here. Who's really got the issue in mental health? Hi, Hidden Blessings. Like when these people, they sit and they diagnose people who point out their behavior, or they just talk about movies, or they talk about if they have cancer, or whatever it is that they want to talk about. There's groups of people who want to sit there and diagnose them as being crazy as they sit there and starve themselves. Like, you're starving yourself right now. You could be doing something that you actually enjoy, as opposed to, as they like to say, hate watching. I refuse to believe that it's out of hatred. I think it's really because nobody went live tonight. They're bored. They're like, oh, good, somebody went live. Unfortunately, it's SG, and we know that if we talk to her, everybody's going to harass us. So we'll just sit here. And they said I'm stage 4. And a blessing. That's what they said. See? So nobody's tomorrow is ever guaranteed. Cindy Infinity, do you feel good that you're running around telling people that a stage 4 55-year-old woman is a grifter? Is that something that you're going to teach your kids to do? I hope not. I hope not. Hi, Mr. Tim. I really hope not. For the future of cancer patients, I really hope not. That'd be 4 more adults in the future that might just sit there and harass somebody and feel good about it. I'm okay, Mr. Tim. Thank you and blessings. Let's just imagine, okay, that even if it wasn't me, okay, but let's just imagine, like, let's say Sharon, for instance. Let's take Sharon, for instance, okay? Let's take Sharon, for instance. Or let's take anyone, for instance. Let's just give some scenarios here. All the people who have sat there, or Maddie. We could take Maddie, for instance. We could take anybody at all, for instance, right? And ask yourselves if the time spent trying to make somebody's life miserable, if they say, okay, they did, boom, gone. Maybe got hit by a car. Maybe anything at all. Anything at all. ask yourself, are you going to be okay, like, with yourself after that? And if your answers are yes, I'd be perfectly fine. Like, if what's up says to you guys, say Janelle says, hey, what's up? I was just wondering, all those times that you called SG PEDO, right? And harassed the shit out of her. Now, say that, God forbid, say something happened. Just, just imagine. What's he going to do next then, Janelle? Hi, coward. Like, what's he going to do next? Would he move on to someone else? And would you join him in that? And then still keep going to church? And even if it's true that if say, if you say I'm a sinner, but blah blah blah, right? And even if all that's true, do you feel that it's the right thing to do? And if you do, if any of them do, get some fucking help. Because that's what's wrong in the world. That's what's wrong in the world. Step outside of yourself and imagine a scenario that really ask what's up. And Mary and Jules and Cindy, ask them, if SG died tomorrow, what next? Mr. Rourke, every fucking thing you type is derogatory to me. Now, I never did anything to you. In fact, me and Hidden Blessings were on the phone with you the night before. Three-way call, laughing it up, not talking about YouTube at all. And then the next day, you were fucking vicious. Who are you going to type about then? Will it still be me? Or will you be like, yay, it worked. Now I can just say all nice things about people. Or will you move on to somebody next? What's the purpose? Is it just to waste your time because you feel like your time is just blah, blah? I got nothing better to do. I'll just type a bunch of stupid shit about SG. I'll type a bunch of stupid shit about Coward. I'll type a bunch of stupid shit about what's up. Every fucking thing you type is derogatory. Unless it's about face cream. You manly man. But all those people who are like, what's up's great. He's my buddy. I even saw what's up in Vern's live stream. Now, here's the thing, though, Vern. Here's the thing with you. I was so tempted to type in there and be like, hey, what's up? Like, you were talking about something that I totally agreed with. It wasn't about, the community or about me or, it was something I agreed with. And I was so tempted to type it in there. But I noticed, that what's up kept trying to get the whole, talking about me. Like, what's up? What are you, some fucking scorned imaginary lover? People notice that you're obsessed. Even your friends. Rourke. People notice you're obsessed. This isn't me anymore. This is you. What's up, Rourke? You're obsessed. You talk as if you're a scorned lover. You do. Ask anybody. Ask anybody. Ask your friends. Ask your enemies. Ask yourself. You're fucking obsessed. Vern, when you're in live streams, see, when you're on your own live stream, you don't talk about me. But when you're in live streams, you do. You sit there, oh, the witch, the witch, the witch, the witch. You do know that you and I never spoke on the phone, never had a relationship. You do know that, right, Vern? You do know that you were never harassed. Well, but then again, I got my thoughts that you might really believe that you. But then again, put up all your old videos. You know you still got them. You still got the channels. You still got the videos. You know, you removed them. You did. Bama. Bama. I'm on the verge of starting to refer to you as Scammer. Because here's the thing, Bama. Although my prayers go out to you if you are in the position that you're in. But as much shit as you say to me, you don't seem to have any thought process that you could be tempting fate. None of them know. Not none of them, but you guys know who I'm talking about, right? They don't have the thought that they could be tempting fate. Their own fate. They're prepared to maybe have something happen and then live with their own guilt of blaming themselves. Do you guys literally think that I don't sometimes blame myself? Maybe I could have been a better person. Maybe I could have this. Maybe I could have done that. You think, I mean, what? Are they saying they never have any regrets? Because the way they're carrying on is as if they think their behavior is normal. Nitty, why do you call me mophead, Nitty? Why do you call me mophead? Now, you could call me mophead and say I got a Beatles haircut, right? But if I refer to you as Brillo Padhead, you'd say I was racist, right? But you think you can call this white woman fighting cancer meth G and mophead. But anything I say to you is because I'm so-called racist. Now, I watched one of your videos. It popped up on the thing, and it was something about this, the Herbert Youngblood or something Youngblood that escaped with John Dillinger. First of all, you said you looked at him like he was a legend. He was a cop killer, okay? Killed, okay? You also said he was your uncle. You also said he was your grandmother's brother. You also said he gave an interview in the 80s and spoke about all the things you speak about as a black man, a proud black. Uh, Here's some discrepancies for you. Now, see, it's not you that I don't like, Nitty. It's your prejudice and your spewing hatred. That's what I don't like. And your violence and your disrespect for women. And your bullshit. I'm shocked. Like, was it at a seance that he gave an interview in the 80s? Because he died in 1934. So, here's another discrepancy. He was raised as an orphan, and he had an older brother. It doesn't mention anything about sisters. Nothing. Anyhow. And he made the wooden gun. A black man. I like to think of him as a legend. He had pride. Really? You know what you should do then? You should call the historical committee or whatever, and hey, give them all those things or pictures, all that history. I'm sure they'd love to hear about it. Get a little more background on him. I do believe he also snitched out Dillinger. Oh, by the way, when you say, if you don't know who he is, you want to look up John Dillinger. Dillinger. I think it's high time why somebody asked Nitty why he keeps saying that Tom got those women killed. When you know about it, Nitty. What do you know about it? Because of the questions he was asking him. What kind of fucking questions was he asking him that you felt that would have got them killed? Was it, what's your favorite childhood memory? I didn't see them saying, hey, this person, that person, this person, that person. You know? What got them killed? Oh, was it that they said, well, hey, there's this black guy over here that he thinks we're all supposed to fuck him and give him some of our money, or he beats the crap out of us. Well, you know what? I'm inclined to think that he kind of did. Because say that some douchebag was saying, you come down here and interview one more of those girls without giving me my cho, my part, my due, right? Some dickhead that doesn't know how to be a man only knows how to intimidate women, right? And then the next one you interview, I'm gonna do something to. And Tom says, what the fuck do I care? What you're doing is making my videos get millions of views. Then I don't even have to give them any money. What do I fucking care? Because we all know, he says, he'd go home and sleep like a baby. Right? We got an idiot. All he does is fucking sit there and threaten women and white people. He hates white people. Yeah, but you know what? The fact that Chosen One said, even if that happened, he'd go home and sleep like a baby. That's really indicative of what a dick he fucking is. He'd go home and sleep like a baby. He doesn't even have the fucking decency to act like it bothered him. He's just a straight out and out dick. Now here's the thing. I'm sorry if this bothers people, if I'm, being very candid. But I did tell them that whatever diagnosis I get is theirs. Correct? What can you do? You gonna kill me? Pretty eyes and a lion mouth. That's what she had. And I'm sure she's still around. Hey, really, what are you gonna do? You gonna kill me? Oh, no, not that. You ride your bike here, what? You know what I'm saying? Now, Cindy, don't you actually have more to lose than I do? Don't you? What kind of example do you think you're setting? Going on social media and calling a woman with provable cancer a grifter. How do you think the PTA feel about that? Not that I'm going to do any of that. I'm not that way. I'm asking you to ask yourself. When you sat there lying about, I was talking about the expenses of when I take my family of 6 to the Big E. No, you weren't. You said I bought a season's pass for $70. So you lied. Because I don't have a season's pass. And if you were talking about your family, wouldn't you have times that by 6? And did you buy them a season's pass? If you're fucking having to save up to go to the fair, why the fuck would you buy a season's pass for a family? Who the fuck does that anyway? But what makes you think, me being so local, that I don't know people who live close that I could park for free? And that I don't know people there that will say, yeah, you come in. People who know me and know I'm going through cancer, and I might want to just take my mind off things. But maybe I don't have much money there, so I put up a community post, because you're right, the fucking food costs so much, and you're talking about, and buying Western wear. You think I was there buying fucking Western wear, Cindy? See, did you? Then you got Crystal Love going, don't you know you can't try on the hats? You're not buying them. Oh, I can't try on the hat. But I can't even say, hey, if anybody wants to donate to the fair fund, because, apparently I've already spent, $110, according to Sydney Infinity. Because God fucking forbid that during all this time of all these scans that I've been going through to confirm the worst, I wasn't fucking allowed to take my mind off it and go to the fair. According to Bama, if I leave my house, I might catch germs and parasites and this, that, and the other thing. Yeah, the biggie, yeah. And I'm sorry, coward, that there's 32 people here and nobody is speaking to you. I'm going to assume that's shame on their parts. Some of them, not everybody. And guilt and fear of the people that they made friends with, that they might just be fucking harassed to high heaven. I remember blocking you one night because you said that Courtney was in there trolling. In here, trolling. And she was, though. That was the last time Grinch was in here, and the last time, and she was, and I actually did something against my friend. But he was fucking right. He was right. Because, see, I'm not everywhere. And I'm not trying to bash you, Courtney. But I just want you to fucking be honest and real. It does matter. It doesn't matter to me if you think I don't have a list. I think I have a list. I don't remember you ever telling me that you were insecure about your list. I mean, you're right up there on camera. You don't seem to be insecure, dancing, singing, doing what, I mean, you seem very confident. But even when I complimented you, I've seen you allow comments. Putting down my friend's daughter, the one that I said that she had a look of you. As if, yeah, look at that person she said looks like. How dare she say she looks. Do you understand that's your behavior? That's not mine. I clearly say in that I have a list, and because I feel I do have a list. Now, because you don't think I have a list doesn't mean I don't feel like that. Maybe I feel insecure. And in the meantime, you sat in multiple live streams where my voice is being made fun of and not had one fucking problem with it. But you do know that smart people know that, right? Now, people who like you, although they're smart and they like you, also know right from wrong. So they're just, going through life. I'm not going to, but it's obvious. Don't fool yourself. Just because people don't say it to you, and just because you have some people who, will blow smoke up your ass until you actually say, man, what a fucking asshole what a fucking asshole move that is. Sitting there dogging on some woman that doesn't say my name, clearly says I have a list and talks about her own list. I can't cancer, and I bitch because she was on YouTube, like as if she shouldn't get to fucking share her experience with people and shit. Sat in live streams where they've done nothing but bash the shit out of her. And you want to keep pretending. Once again, Marianne Hope, I'm going to ask you, what did I do to you? I know, right, Karen? Me and Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones. Now, I will tell you, though, Courtney, and I'm pretty sure you noticed it. You do know that all your friends, for a couple of days after that, were typing in anywhere they were. Your friends were typing as if they had a list. That I even saw on your friend's community post. Will you do a video imitating Courtney's voice? So, I like you, Courtney. Stop pretending that I don't. Stop pretending that I did anything significant to you. That you should keep coming off as like you think you've done something to me so bad I could be so angry that I'd show up at your house and kick the shit out of you. Really? Is your anger issues that bad? Like, so what exactly? Well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to kick your ass. Absolutely not. No. You're not. You know what? I might have been given a bad result today. But I'm going to tell you what else I was given. Fucking freedom, man. Fucking freedom. What do I got to lose? I got loads to lose. But it's the opportunity to tell motherfuckers how I really feel. I don't want to lose that. I don't want to fucking lose that. Because I know how to act right. I know how to say, oh, you know what? Shit, I really didn't want to say that in a video. And that was kind of shitty. I kind of came off that way. And I think I'm going to private it. You know? It's somebody else's problem if they're like, that fucking bitch hurt somebody's feelings and then had remorse about it. I better remind everybody. You understand that's your mental illness, right? The person who says, oh, shit, I don't like that. I don't like it. And they remove it. That's, having a second thought about it. And, saying, ugh, I don't like that. I'm going to remove that. And then a couple of them got to be the bastards that come along and say, oh, fuck you, you don't want to hurt that person's feelings. I'm going to put it back up. Or I'm going to tell people ways. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. As if people don't get the right to say, now they do get that right. And you also get the right to say, fuck you, I'm going to put it out there. But I want you to really think about that. Pretend you're sitting in front of a fucking written exam. Rookie's probably sucking dick right now to get weed. I put my leg behind my head. Is that what you're doing, Rookie? Putting your leg behind your head? For your pot dealer? Blowing a little smoke up his ass, are you? Literally? Rourke? And here's the thing, Rourke. I heard you say some fucking shit about me and Coward. And we weren't even at the fucking beach together. But you sat there running your fucking sexually frustrated, carpal tunnel syndrome having, jerking off hand. You've been running it every single character that you press to type something out is dedicated to me. You're obsessed, buddy. Your stupidity isn't, like, hurting me in any kind of way. I feel bad for you. Like, could I have done something different to help you? Get over it, buddy. We live in different states. Like, fucking get over it. Unless you acted like a normal person, but you didn't. You were constantly, oh, I like you this day, and then I don't like you this day. Dude, why would I ever want to travel any amount of miles for somebody so fucking unpredictable? You're mean as fuck. Get over it. Now, what's limp? You could either be Mr. Rourke, because you guys are very similar. I have a home right next to Taylor Swift, right on the water. I fucking wish, man. I'd be fucking there all the time. Car would be going, oh my god, please, somebody get rid of her. Um, what's up? Now, you sound like a scorned lover as well. So, hi, Engine Joe. Thank you. Thank you so much, Engine Joe. I appreciate that. And that's all that, like, it takes. This is the encouragement. Just a hi and hello. Whilst drinking her coffee. That is funny. I love Taylor Swift. She's so saucy. But so now you're either a Mr. Rourke, somebody I know, maybe you really are a scorned lover, a woman who's fucking crazy that's pretending to be a man, or we're more along the lines of my eyes adored you, though I never laid a hand on you. My eyes adored you. A million miles away from me, couldn't see how I adored you. So close, and yet so far. Oh, I wish I had SG, but she's a million miles from me. So I'll just put her down in every comment I make. My eyes adored you, while mine abhorred you. And you'll never lay a hand on me. My eyes abhorred you. You are so disgusting to me. My eyes abhorred you. Coward leaves because I'm singing. Because what's up? All those women's around you. Women's. Look at me now. Pick up nitty lingo. Unintelligible. But anyway. Don't think that everybody doesn't wonder why you are obsessed with me. What's up? Because by now, it has truly gone from where, you know, you're annoying to the people you're trying to be annoying to where your friends are concerned about you. Trust and believe. There's some friends of yours I talk to. Trust me. Like, you're really just making a fool of yourself. You really are. You are. Like, first of all, nobody's fooled anymore that you work. Your knowledge of face lotion the other night was very effeminate. So the whole what's lib theory might be. But then again, well, I don't know. Your infatuation with me is so disturbing. You could also be burned. I can't put my finger on it, and I don't want to. Now, I don't know if the pictures that Sharon shows, which I never see the pictures of these, she said she showed one of Chemist Chaz. Trump said she showed one of her. If I was you guys, I would just deny. And I mean, I didn't see the pictures. So that kind of sounds fucked up right now, what I just said. If I was you guys, I would deny. Don't even like take it like that. That is not how I'm meaning it. I mean, the best thing to do is if you see your address, your name, a family member, a friend's name, anything at all, anything you see, you deny. See, now people like putting like, oh, that's this. Oh, look, they're here, you know? 22 degrees this morning. Yeah, like, I never even seen Injun Joe do anything to Sharon or prudently for them to have this, like, like it was like a couple of months ago, whatever it was, like where, and the thing is it's like, Injun Joe is a nice person when he's working and, and he can't type, and there's so many others too, that there's times I trust and believe. There is times I will feel so guilty because I'll be like, okay, I didn't, I got a lot on my mind. Like, that's all. We all do. We all do. But I will tell you right now. Well, first of all, let me say this. Crystal, you Stop Homeless in America was in your fucking chat the other night. He's a very nice person as well. And you were talking about, well, do you have a sleeping bag? Can you get this? Shut your motherfucking mouth, bitch. Because if you can afford your trips here and your trips there and your trips here, you can help homeless people. Instead of saying, you have a sleeping bag? You're a prick. Hello, Kelly. You're a prick, Maxine. But I am, and I can't tell you how much. Let me just tell you how much I am. Here's the thing. Ironically, Maxine, and everybody knows it's you. Everybody does. I don't give a fuck what you say. Everybody does. Everybody does. Everybody does. And if it isn't, then you're stealing this woman's fucking identity, and she should be pissed. Oh, but everybody does know it's you. The the fact that, now I don't care how bad, like how talentless you actually were in your field. and that, because of nepotism, you probably got, some doors open for you. Hi, hidden blessings. Oh, I hope you feel better. Thank you, though. I love you for that. Thank you. But the fact that you, who is like, Miss Jet Set, sat there the other night, like playing my live stream. It wasn't talking about you, it was talking about movies and stuff. Hi, Ministry. Talking about movies and stuff like that. It is also obsessed with me. Is like, wow, throughout my life, I might have underestimated myself. It's sad that it comes to this time, but it doesn't matter when it is. I bet I'm a little more interesting than I thought. Thank you, Angela. Yeah, blow him. Yeah, blow him. And he means that. You can blow him. He's like, doesn't mean he has to like you. I think Hidden Blessings needs to go to your channel and unblock you. Maybe if you dropped your channel link here, coward, and Hidden Blessings could click on it, and then see if at the three dots in the right hand corner at the top of your channel, if it says unhide user. Because it is so weird to me that you still, that you can't see the stream. How have you been, Ministry? And I want people to know something. As for Bobbles, even though I will not forget, and I don't even know if it's like forgiving, you know what I mean? It's like moving on. And I'll tell you what, I knew that I would end up, saying, by when I finally knew what was going on with me, that I would talk about it, because it is important to, I'm sorry if I'm sharing too much, then, click out, you know, um, but I feel like, that's the point. We're here to support and encourage people in life, and nobody should suffer in silence, right? Like, if I talk about cancer, victim mentality, cancer card, whatever the fuck. All the things made up by them. Society, you know? Coward cat. Hey, where the fuck is mine? Where's my cash at? It's not even up. My God, let me put it up. Grift fund. No, sorry. It's no grift. Cindy, I guarantee you, just like if I was your friend and I was seeing you do the things that you're doing, I might tell you, even if I didn't know the woman who you were doing it to, which would have been me, I would tell you, Cindy, are you alright with that? Like, you feel like that's okay? And then I'd be leery if I had kids the same age as you of having them around you. Because you know for a fact, Bama knows for a fact, You guys sat there laughing about me being bald in a hospital, hooked to chemotherapy, saying that wasn't proof. And acting like I mean, like, just stop it. Stop it. You're no longer fooling anyone. You've done it so long, all of them that have been doing it, don't realize that they've done it so long, so unoriginally, like they're just the same over and over. It's almost like they can copy and paste their own comments from other, like, your game. The gig is up. The gig is up. You're, it's it's old. It's stupid. I hated to lose my hair too. 2 days after, 2 days after I shared in my live stream of how I had lost my hair. Well, let me just say, the next day after, Sharon, and oh, thank you, you beggars. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That I shared, how I looked in the mirror and I looked like a monk. The next day, Sharon texted me, which we weren't friends. We didn't speak. It wasn't like we were enemies, but, she had never attacked me or anything. But she said, "Oh, I was listening to your live stream. And me and Polo were just like almost in tears. I'm so sorry to hear your story of how that happened." And then the next day, she had up on her community post my face superimposed on a monk. And that's fucking gross. So this time around, I knew that I would eventually, hey, I'm sorry, I'm a sharer. So I knew that I would eventually talk about what I'm going through. But I told two people, feeling that they probably both would jump on it, right? Knowing that in the past, this was so I could move on too. And move on and know that it was, either move on, or like, who was going to let me move on, right? So that I could let them move on too. And we could both move on. And Bobbles did. Bobbles did. Sharon, within 2 days, fucking ran with it. She was off and running. So see where Bobbles didn't think my medical thing was content anymore. She didn't want to do that anymore. Sharon really can't stop, won't stop, and is mentally fucking ill, in my opinion, by now. We all have been here. We all have watched. A lot of us are very smart and know that, well, that's the one thing that I didn't really agree with, where she said, "So what have I dug through?" But here's the thing, where that's a double-edged sword there, because yes, of course, Lou was justified in looking for your son's Facebook if you looked for hers. Yes. But here's another thing. On one hand, Bobble says she wants to move on. So she needs to move on from that too. Like that whole video you made about Liv, I didn't. That's that. I don't think that was good. I just don't. But I don't know what goes on behind the scenes between them two. But it's fine. That's the I like them both. I mean one more than the other, and it's not Bobble. Reason being, even though I know Bobble's better, but I'm just we're learning to get along peacefully in the same place. Social media, the world. You know, she has shown me a great deal of respect during this time that I'm going through. And she's even texted me every once in a while and said, "How you doing? Just checking on you." So I hope they work it out. That's all I can say to that. You know, I just appreciate that when I took the risk, knowing full well that both of them could have fucking just come out boom, and before I had even told anybody about it, you know, already whatever. I love, like, that's what I was going to say to people, somebody out there, anybody listening. I want you to know for sure that if anybody's sitting there thinking, I hate life, I don't care if I die or blah, 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 if you're feeling anything like that, I want you to know that if ever, God forbid, hi Jen, God forbid you are ever sitting there where death might be in the picture, might be. I'm not saying I have a death sentence. Hell, I might live for, you know, longer than I want to with this. Who knows? Right? There's advances. There's things. I have faith in myself. Right? But I can honestly tell you, when it's in your face, like even if you were injured and they're trying to operate on you and make you live, I guarantee you will say to yourself, oh fuck, you know what, I don't hate life. I guarantee you. Take it from the horse's mouth. I guarantee you. I guarantee fucking to you. All those times that you have laid on your couch or in your bed or anything and felt like, I don't want to get up. Get up. Fucking get up. I thought I'd be able to make a puzzle with George whenever I wanted to. Really. We knew each other was sick, but still treated each other the same way we always treated each other. As if, there's always another time. Don't kick yourself because you didn't sit down and make a puzzle. Or, you know what I'm saying? there's no Michigan. I'm sorry to hear that, Ministry. I'm telling you, it's the here and now. It is the here and now that matters. It really fucking is. And Cindy and anybody else, Mary, who Mary, you know. Every time you came in here, I go, here she come now, say Mary. Never, ever, ever did I even notice that you had moles until you became so mean to me and ugly to people. Not just me. And now, there's times you sit there and you relish in it. You talk like some Disney villain, and you will feel, oh, Lou, oh, Lou. Mary, listen to yourself. Don't be mad at me if I play something like that. And then if your friend says, oh, Mary, she's just trying to kiss your ass. Mary, really, in a lucid moment, think to yourself, what did I do to you? And what did Tandra do to you? And I know for a fact Tandra gave you a good donation. So I saw you go at somebody who sent you money for your mother-in-law's flowers. You said her and her husband were PEDOs. Now I want you to say to yourself, well, because they were in your live stream. And what's up keeps saying it. And so I'm being brainwashed. Really, Mary, think about it. When I first met you, and your name was Mary, I related it with my favorite gospel group. You knew it was a gospel group because you said you may not know, but I did know. But I did know. She's not always wasted, though, Jen. There's times when she's lucid, but she's angry at something inside. And even though they say, oh, there's no such word as trauma dump, but they're blaming me for the word trauma dump, even though, Bible said it. I was only a kid, like when I kept saying trauma dump over and over in that live stream, I was just, I knew exactly like that. I was saying it over and over. You lost a friend last night? Oh, oh, really? Well, and that's the thing. I always think too, like, what's going to be the last thing? Like, I don't want somebody to say somebody was, oh man, I just don't want to be the last thing and that's another reason why I keep, you know, talking, because I think there's so, like when I hear people go, this community, and this community, and I'm thinking to myself, hell no. Without this community, I'd be fucking sad. Probably sadder than, I don't even know what would have happened without, but I like to, I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I like to talk. I know. That's hard to believe. I get it. No, I do. I get it. Yeah, silence sometimes can be the loudest sound. You know? And I'll be damned if I'm going to let negativity, people who tell people, oh, you can't make it, you can't, nah, everybody's like this, and they're like, because the more and more that I look and see, it's the same people. There's 42 people here at 120 ministry, and they don't leave, they still listen, and I love that about them. That they'll stay silent because of whatever reasons they have, but that they don't mind me. Even though they think they mind me, they don't mind me. They don't. And I don't know if that's the message they're trying to convey to me by their said hate watching, but that's the message that they're giving me. You know? That's the message they're giving me. And not in a vain, egotistical way. It's like, hi Ashley. It's, the same thing that I just said. Like, I like to talk. So for me, social media and YouTube, it gives somebody who really, like, I don't know people, I don't have the money to buy my own radio station. It gave ordinary people who probably grew up watching, TV and the TV guide. Like, I remember circling we would circle what we were going to watch in the TV guide. And people would, that was the thing. Seriously, it's fine. That was fine back then. But, to be on TV was unobtainable. Now there's like people, I could see myself, some of my friends have, yeah, right? But so for somebody who, I mean, I like the stage and stuff. Like, so for them to keep saying things like, well, you should, if you're going to be on YouTube, you should, or you got to have thick skin to be on YouTube. Actually, no. A little talent would be good, right? A little talent might be good, because thick skin is like just that. It's nasty. And fucking, eventually people are like, ugh, you know? This is, over and over again. You gotta have like a little, I'm not saying I'm talented, but I know I definitely would be a lot further in life had I sang happy birthday when I was 6 years old. Well, I'm never really like hated myself. But sometimes I probably have. I'm sure I have sobbed and said, I hate myself. So I sob all the time. Not sob. I don't sob. I tear up. Oh, thank you, Ashley. I tear up. But at least 3 people said something about yesterday's live stream where I was talking about, pushing back time, kids and all that stuff. And they said, they were moved to tears. And that's fucking huge. Not that I want to move them to tears, but to move somebody, to impact somebody like that. And I often do laugh at what I say, and I will still, you know? We always will. And if I should ever go away, then, wait, no, and there should ever come, come on, what's the fucking words, you guys? That's what friends are for. Keep smiling. Look at how many hours of videos you guys have to watch if, God forbid, anything did happen. Right? Izzy, think about it. I know you're watching. If you got up, and since we're in different time zones, I'm probably a perfect time zone for you. Tell me that if, God forbid, something didn't happen, you'd be like, is SG on? And I wouldn't be. Tell me that even if you call it hate watching, even if you call it hate watching, no, you don't have to tell me. Don't tell me. Miss my stomach. This fucking stomach never shuts up, I swear. I don't know if I think Izzy is munchy. Izzy would probably say if she was munchy. She wouldn't. She'd be rude right out. She wouldn't be hiding it. She had sex to me. She had sex to me. She's in the SG sex club. Not, I didn't start it. They did. Rourke has probably had sex to me. Not like real sex, but with his hand. What's up, probably too, unless they're both one and the same, or who knows. Well, because, I didn't want her to feel like she doesn't turn me on. I know, right, Ashley? That's what I think, too. I think so, too. Because we all saw that cucumber the next day. What's with that? She even, left the screen on one of them, okay? Listen. I think that she's cheating on Chris with that cucumber. She's had it. She had it in her hand. She said, "That's my man. This is my man, bitch. You go to produce section yourself. Get your own man." No, don't say that, Ashley. Nah, no, don't say that. Remove the. Oh, yeah, Rourke was funny. No, Ashley. Remove that. Remove that. Mama's never gave me no problem, although Mary does sound like Vicki Lawrence, Mama's family, I find at times. But you can remove that or whatever, just remove your comment, because I only have the option to time you out, which then you'd have to wait 300 seconds to come back in here. And I don't want to torture you like that. Although, prudently, she can be driving and she'll risk the people's life in the car. Thank you, Ashley. Did she really remove it, you guys? Because I don't know if I trust her yet. Hey, I can give people second chances, but I always keep my eye on them. And I'm just going to say, Even if people have their things to say about Ashley, she's been nice. She contributes to she doesn't have the same last name or picture. And I don't know who the fuck she is. But I see them all sit there and be nice to Munchie. Right? No, I'm never gonna stop. Can't stop, won't stop, Ashley. I'm gonna be paranoid and suspect of everybody. You're all in cahoots. Cahoots. That'd be a good name for a bar. Well, you were mean to me before, but not right to me. It was at Nitty's when you were talking smack. Not that I was stalking you or anything. But the GPS went off, the one that locates where you are. No, sir, it didn't. Get the fuck out, did you really? I didn't know that. You know, there's a lot of people who tell me they're blocked on here. And I gotta wonder how long, you get some, I mean, wow. Yes, you were. I'm not even that. It could be called it. It could be a strip club. Honestly, I don't think that happened. You're probably right. It did, but I don't care about it, actually. So it's fine for us to think that it didn't happen at all. You know? It doesn't, it's not a big deal. It's, you know what I mean? It could have been a clone, could have been anything, we could have been arguing. Who gives a fuck? It's in the past. Right? Don't talk bad about Chicken Winner. Don't talk bad about anybody. Let's do that. Let's just, I mean, we could talk about people, but accurately. And not meanly. Just if you're trying to help them grow. Engine joke. Should there be like a question mark on the end of your comment? And maybe the word now? Maybe, but I love it. And if you ran out of like spaces or something and it was supposed to be longer, I wouldn't say add to it. Because here's how I read it. Yet years ago, Bob's came in here and Chat and her started to fight. So I jumped on to help her and got timed out. LOL. We all were wrong back then. Happy? Like as if you're like apologizing passive aggressively and you're like happy now. And I'm all like, yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. Ironically, not really, but not mad at you. Uh, oh, okay. Well, anyway, I'm still gonna say yes, you were wrong. Yes, you were wrong. Yes, you were all wrong. Happy that you know that, but it does suck about, but here's the thing. I really do think that if there's pills, people have maintained life with cancer, right? Like, right? And I don't, and people, when people will come in here, and they used to do it a lot before, they'd have somebody like a stranger come in and say, something about cancer. And but every time it resulted in, like, you guys are friends. You guys are friends. I don't care what people fucking say, okay? If I want to think you guys as friends, I have to see my oncologist. He's on vacation right now for 5 more days. Because now it's something, that is like, it's not surgery. It's basically maintenance. Well, it's not surgery because it's stage 4. Which I'm kind of pissed, I mean, because I'm pissed. There's mean people out there, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not ready to say right now, actually. It's hard. It's just today was right. I mean, just like, people do know. I do know one, but it's just, somewhere where it can be treated but not cured. So, I know, right, Ashley? Did it just stay in her breast or did it move? Like, did it spread? Strange that if it was just in her breast, why didn't she have it removed? If it was localized, you know what I'm saying? It had to have spread somewhere else, right? Like, if it stayed in her breast that long, I know, man. I do believe in them too. What could she have gotten her breast, but should she not? Like, I'll tell you what, sometimes I think to myself, but then it was in the lymph nodes before too. So, well, stage 4 is usually when people die. Yeah. But I think to myself, see, because when it was, but they did find it in the lymph nodes too. But I probably, I could have. But then again, like, but I kicked myself saying, thank you, you beggars. I know, Ashley. I got it. I got it, Ashley. I got it. Can we be more positive now? I know you're not trying to be mean. I know you're just trying to, like, explain something, but I got it. But I keep thinking, like, perhaps I should have gotten a mastectomy. But see, I tested negative for the BRCA gene. And I had never been married, so I just felt like it would make me ugly. And then there was people who would say there ain't no use for one titted freak. And I'm not blaming anybody because I probably would have felt the same way, like, even without hearing that, because I know actually I'm blaming myself right now because I don't want to have cancer. And I know the things that people will say, so I gotta not read them. Because they'll be like, she brought it on herself. She did, as if I don't blame myself. Not that I was doing anything. They do, beautiful. Not that I was, I mean, people, my father did die of cancer. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But they know as adults their behavior is unacceptable. And if, God forbid, something happens, this channel stays up. And that's their legacy. Are they okay with that? I mean, that's their fucking legacy. Prudently, you said you weren't partaking in that chat at all when I came in and said, Cindy, why do you keep talking about me? I didn't come busting in there demanding things. I simply said, Cindy, why do you keep talking about me? Prudently wasn't in there at all. But she comes in and says, I was driving, but you got 300 seconds for being a douchebag. Sorry. Thank you, you guys. Really, thank you. Thank you, you guys. Thank you. I mean, like, I'm not even, like, I mean, I feel like I do have very good friends here. So when they'll say they go off YouTube, like, um, nah, that's stupid. You know, that's talking smack right there. I don't think she's a smoker. All in all, Prudently is like a pretty respectful, respectable, good mom. You know, she's really nice. I don't really wrap my head around, like, I feel like I'm their test. I feel sad for them for that. I feel sad for me too. I feel like I'm being tested too. Like this is all like a big fucking test. And because trust, I'm gonna say that, when people say things like, "Oh, I never wished anybody to have cancer and die," I never said that. But I might have said, "Fuck you, you have cancer," or "Fuck you, you're gonna die from cancer." When they're sitting there, Mary just the other day, "You're gonna die, you're gonna die, you're gonna die," right? Okay. Uh, no, I never said I was gonna give up. When did I say that? When did I say I was gonna give up? I don't remember saying that. I thought I was just saying I wouldn't because I like talking. Once again, hard to believe. My dog is making all kinds of noise right now. I think he said, "You're right." No, I didn't. You did. Stop putting words in my mouth. Whatever I said. Oh, God. I should read to you guys. And now you're all like feeling like in a mood, like a mellow kind of mood. So it'd be like you feel guilty if you laughed. You'd be like, oh, she's reading, but can't leave. She just told us her diagnosis. So just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I would read though, anything you guys wanted to read. But then again, it might sound like Fran Drescher is reading. Once upon a time, there was this Jewish prince, and he met a nice Catholic girl. Well, you know what? If you smoke for a long hey. Listen, if I touch it, not it, the blanket. Sicker. Hey, where's the Jeff? Buddy, where's the Jeff? Mom, call me Peter Pan. No, I'm not gonna. We're live. Oh, you know. Be there in a jiff. What relaxes me? Oh, reading. Oh. See? I feel like if I am mentally ill, it's in the best way. You know what I hate is if like people are on the panel and I say something that I think is funny and then they don't laugh and then I know I'm not funny. But if you guys are in the room, I don't know if you laugh or not. So if it's extra funny, I usually know because you guys will put up laughing emojis. So I'm like totally good with. See, I see, see. I was gonna say something like stupid about like setting myself on fire and going to the fire station so they could all get their hoses out. Sick. Then they got that fire pole. They got that fire pole. I'm swinging around it, still smoking. But they put me out, alright? I had a suit on. It was fireproof. I was doing a stunt. I was in Mission Impossible. Babe, if she wouldn't have quit, she would have lived to 100. Babe, her body was in shock. And then by the time the message got to the brain, 16 years later, the brain was like, are you fucking kidding me? She quit smoking, I'm pissed. Nah. Thank you. Me and Babas used to laugh quite a bit if we were on panel together. Sometimes okay, John. Maybe I didn't text you, call you quite as often as I should have. Yeah, but Jen is the choreographer, but she doesn't dance. She just bangs her cane. It's not her cane. She doesn't need it to walk with. She does it so we keep in step for the big dance off, which no doubt, we're going to win. Oh, yeah, vaping is not good for you. But Jules, you can keep vaping. Just kidding. Just kidding. She makes herself mean. Make her that way. Yeah, well, my friend Lee vaped a lot. He died within, fast. He didn't even know he had cancer. Vaping is not good. It coats your lungs, you know. Oil. Your lungs are paper thin. If you're ever in a fire, try not to breathe. Because if you breathe in the hot air, your lungs sear together. They're like paper thin, and they fill with, air, of course, but they're paper thin. Of course, there's two, so they're bags that are paper thin. And if you breathe in hot air, your lungs sear together. Not each side, not each lobe. And that's why you can't breathe. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Yeah. Don't do it. I brought them on. I used to love it when you could save the fucking Marlboro miles and they had the catalog. That was good shit in the Marlboro miles. Holy moly. I missed that. Remember the miles? Oh, that stuff was quality. Quality. Well, $5. That's good. Menthol cigarettes are already gone from me. Don't do the crime and you can't do the time. Yeah. Oh, really, Jen? Fuck that. You know what? Remember? They also used to do that with the bottle cap. What was he looking at, Tucker? See, I don't like this shit. I think I'm being attacked by ladybugs. No lie. Ladybug that was in here, she was a whore or something, because, I mean, this bitch be, having babies, I think. They're, before there was one, then there was two, and I'm all like, I believe that seeing a ladybug in your house is supposed to mean money. And so I was all like, yeah, ladybug. And then there was two. So I was all like, yeah, two ladybugs. That's right. Jackpot. Then I was all like, what the fuck? If I open this window, there's some ladybugs out there. Like, how many? What's going on? And then I looked and, I could even see the shadow of a ladybug. And I was all like, what, why, where, how? They're all like, well, because, it's gotta be. Thank you, Munchie. Now, that's a prayer I can believe. I'm just sorry. I'm just sorry, because you want to know why? And it has nothing to do with the money, but it does. Because who the heck would, like, it's not like Munchie, like, came and donated, like, whatever, like, 99, not that 99 cents is bad. But here's why I'm going to say I said that, because I know people are going to say something, right? And think a certain kind of way. But I want to say this, because I really, this is how I believe. I don't know. I could have it wrong. Because for me, I'm looking at this as, wow, that is a relief on my back. Not the money part of it, but the relief of I don't know who it is. I do know who it is in the avatar, unfortunately. You know, like if you'd have gone away, I probably could have gotten away with they photoshopped my fucking camera flip. Oh, but you changed it to M. Oh my god. You changed your avatar. Oh my god. See, I didn't look at I was saying, oh my god, you changed your avatar. See? And that is such a, thank you so much. Not about the money. Not about the money. For taking your foot off my neck. I would have kept fighting. But thank you. You know? To me, all that looks like is a little square. Did you just change the avatar, though, because I have you blocked or something? No, sir. I'm sure they could have used the same face. Anyway, anybody don't, like, laugh at me because, I'm crying or whatever, but to be honest with you, that is a relief. Not the money part. It's not that. But I feel like I don't think somebody would, an amount like that, to be a complete dick or anything. It's the amount that's significant, but not the money. Do you know what I mean? Oh, well, I hope you're gonna not use that other picture. Like, and like if ever, God forbid, anything did happen, and people are like, "Oh, who's SG?" and then they like show that avatar. I hope somebody pipes up and goes, "That's photoshopped." She didn't look like that. That's a bad flick. Her hair was just growing back. That was the Liberace period. But you know what? My hair was pretty thick then, which was nice that it grew back thick. I'm not saying that it isn't now. I'm just saying it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Yeah, that don't matter. I mean, they wouldn't. They'd use their real name if they wanted to. But whenever they ever do want to talk about it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Because, man, I really feel like there's been really some good positive changes in here with because and in here in me too. But I could be wrong. I don't know, but I know I'm really trying. You know, because I really think I wasn't noticing. Not that I wasn't noticing. I did notice, but I just don't want to be angry anymore. Because I'm already angry, but it's at the unseen, at the overwhelmingness of it all. Yeah, but I don't know. You could there's people who have. There's guys. Look at Jeffree Star. 10. Oh, yeah, that's convincing, Munchie. So just kidding. It doesn't even matter, Munchie. I think it was like his first initial thought, and then he like thought better of it. But I really, I'm just like, it's sad to, that's why I'm hoping, like, if anybody is sitting there thinking that they hate life and they don't care if they die, trust me, like, oh, thank you. Wait, no, wait, Munchie, you said you didn't want any bland cancer on doctored up papers. And I didn't know, like, what would be bland cancer to you. You know what I mean? What cancer is bland? And then, doctored up papers. Well, everybody believed Bama's papers. Why would mine have been doctored up? So it kind of made me think, so I'd just be, showing them for nothing anyway. And plus, I just kept thinking I could wish it away. And I didn't want anybody not wishing it away. You know what I mean? I didn't want anybody to be able to focus on any area in a negative energy kind of way. And I'm not saying like that to sound crazy or something, because I honestly tell you that there's probably people out there who do that. You know what I'm saying? So I was too busy wanting to manifest something. But I appreciate it. And you know what, Munchie, like for me, I don't know, like if we can just be fine from now on, that would be great. I'd love it if you'd really change this to the M. Thank you, I appreciate that much. Maybe in a private way, you know what I mean? But I really do believe that sometimes some people, I've seen people, a person, pray for things. And I'm not giving them power. Don't get me wrong, I'm not giving them power. But if you believe in miracles, then you got to believe in other things too. And so I wanted, I'm still praying. That's why I don't really want to be too public, because I just know that there are some people who are just evil. And they're just evil. And I watched it happen to me. And, yeah, seeing people praying for worse things. Terrible. But I will tell you what I do feel. A lot of hope and friendship and support. And that was what I felt sometimes, that I was, uh, yeah, exactly, Carol, thank you. But there was a spot there where I was feeling like I didn't have any, so I'm really glad, you guys. And I'm glad I also opened my eyes to see. No, I know, Engine Joe. You know, because I didn't want to. It's funny they're saying, oh, trauma dumping isn't a word. Whether it's a word or not, Well, no, I haven't been gray about it. I was in the hospital, and they still said I was faking a hospital. You have to understand, Munchie, it didn't seem that, like, I didn't go through my neighbor's bedroom window. You know what I'm saying? It was a common area hallway window, and this bitch literally came to the door yelling at me, and at 8:30 at night, and wouldn't open it. Okay, fine, yell at me, but can you just open the door? And I'll tell you what, 2 weeks later, she was out. I was leaving, and she came out of her car real quick, and she goes, "Oh, hey, don't close the door. I forgot my keys." And I said, "Why didn't you just call me?" She said, "Oh, I didn't want to wake you, but it was, the middle of the afternoon. She wouldn't have been waking me. But I know why. But I would have opened the door. You know what I mean? I would have opened the door. Because I would have been like, that's so ridiculous. I'm not, But the whole bad part of it is that they didn't think that it was, that they didn't think it was wrong that she came to the door, screamed at me through the door. No shit, coward. It matters, and Joe, but it should matter to you first of all. And I'm glad that it does, because when it does matter to you, when your opinion and your voice matter to you, that's when people talk. Themselves, that's when they'll talk. So remember that. When people who are sitting there silent, it's because they don't think their opinion matters. Exactly, coward. They put up bars. Like, it wasn't like to that, here's this woman who pays her rent on time all the time. We know she's going through something, blah, blah, blah. And here's their daughter who comes to the door. All I did was knock on the back door, the one that shut behind me. I was like, oh shit, I hope she hears me. I didn't knock hard either, because I kind of know how they are. You know what I'm saying? I lived here for a while. I know. I know. Well, I have two keys on two keys. I know. It was just that I don't need to know all that. I know all that. It was just a fluke like that. Shit. And it closed right behind me. But and 2 weeks later, here she is locked out and doesn't want to call me in the middle of the afternoon because she knows why. Because when I was leaving, right, uh, you know, the next day, one day, after the whole her screaming incident and all that shit, um, she said, it's not my fault that you're old and can't keep your shit together. The one time ever. But the point was if they got a camera so they can, see everything I do. They didn't see their daughter. They didn't see me not knock on any bedroom window, knocked on the back there, and her come to the fucking door, scream at me through it. And then her boyfriend, who wanted to open the door, he was standing behind her, and she walks away, look at me, and shrugs his shoulders and go back in. And when I climbed through, I had no other choice. Like, was I supposed to stand outside? I mean, what the fuck? It's like, okay, be mad, but open the door. They put these bars on the fucking window. It's not like to them they're thinking, well, why couldn't you have just opened the door for her? I mean, we see right here she just knocked on the back door, lightly, mind you. Like, what the fuck? People are fucking crazy. But, but, on the flip side, I don't want to cause any fucking, you know, because, housing is hard now, especially if you have pets. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't mean housing, but I mean looking for an apartment. It's fucking people, it's expensive, and moving stuff, places taking your pets, for you, with you gotta pay extra. So, as for all that, as how that goes, exactly, right? Exactly. And, it's like, I know, can you imagine? She screamed at me, it's not my fault that you can't get your own self to blah blah blah, and then 2 weeks later, a month later maybe, she locks herself out and won't call. Ain't that some shit? You know what? I don't even really believe that Crystal loves dog. Was lost. Honestly, I don't. I honestly, God, I don't. You want to know why? Here's why. Here's why. Oh, that I lost my phone. You lost your phone again? Oh, no, no, no. That was something else you lost the other week. Okay, okay. 1 million. Yeah. Oh my God, with my pocketbook. I'm gonna tell you right now that, oh my God, fucking I was too focused on, I don't know, the bag of Cheetos I bought. I don't know. I wanted to try Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I had never tried them. Or are they Cheetos? You know what I'm talking about, right? The Flamin' Hot ones. Do you know people put them on corn? Did you know that, you guys? I think it's even called Mexican street corn. And they crush it up. Well, even if you watch the haters, you wouldn't know the whole story. Oh, wait. It was just no, but it was the main. It was the common area. It was the common area because there's a hallway there in the back. The back porch, but it has a door with a lock on it because obviously, I mean, gotta keep me out. Yeah, you put mayonnaise on it and you crush it up and you roll it in it. Mayonnaise on corn. Is it good with lots of butter? I'd eat it. I would feel like it would, kind of counteract the hotness of the. Are they Cheetos? Is that what it's called, Cheetos? Look how excited I'm getting about it. You know what? I better try that shit. I better. I saw people walking around with it at the Big E where my mouth was watering, Cindy Lou. Cindy Lou. My mouth was watering. Get the fuck out. Regular mayo. Not regular mayo. Oh, see? Good thing you're telling me this. What kind of mayo is it? So, because they would say I think she is, Ashley, in my opinion. What kind of mayonnaise is it? Because I didn't use regular mayonnaise. You think that would have been really bad, though? Because I like mayonnaise. They've done that to me for a while. Big Bang. Big Bang. Big Bang. Why don't you change your fucking name? I can't take it anymore. I can't take I'm going to start calling you BBC. BBC. Bang, bang. See. See. Yes, I see. You're bang, bang. Chinese mayo. Chinese people use mayonnaise? Get the fuck out of town. Australians use Armor All too. Ain't that something? recently years that I learned that before. As a speak, speak. Thank you, you beggars. Thank you so much. Oh my god, what if Munchie was just trying to outdo you, you beggars? You might have to match her before you go. I think she was trying to. I think she was trying to outdo you. You beggars. Oh my god, you can't let her get away with that, upstaging you with the super chats. No, sir, I'm just kidding. I'm totally joking. I'm totally joking. But I saw Debbie ask you for weed money, and I don't blame her. You were counting 20s. She goes, I just watched a video of somebody counting 20s for 2 minutes. And I was all like, yeah, me too. Oh, me. That's my favorite part of that sentence. You know, I got all year open too, you know. So just kidding. I'm kidding. I love you guys. I really, really do. Can you take the waffle out of your name? Because I don't like the waffle taco. It kind of like, I like bang bang and the beef and the taco, but not waffle. That reminds me of blue waffle, which I don't like. Not that I've ever had it. Thank God. But I like a big bang beef waffle. Taco, not waffle. See? You can't have beef on waffles. You're confusing me. They'll be like, what? What's your last meal? I'll be like, beef on waffle. And then they bring it to me, and I'm like, fucking e-burgers. Yeah, get rid of the waffle. All right, is he high? Is Injun Joe high? They put beef on waffles and call it a taco. I don't believe it. Not that I don't believe it. I'm just saying it's too. I don't know. I'd probably eat it. Actually, I would. I would probably eat it. I think I would eat it. I'd eat it. I think you should DoorDash me both of those dishes and let me know. No, I'll let you know. And I'll let you know. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know. Alright, I'll email you my address. You know what else I want to try? One of those Botagos or whatever they're called. Botano. I don't like chicken with eggs. That is so cannibalistic. You cannot fucking mix chicken and eggs. It can't be. It's just not. It can't be. Eggs. Ugh. Beef tacos. I thought they were bang bang beef tacos. I thought there was something special about them. Yeah, it's too soft and got those squares. And see, the tortilla is so that you can put more on the inside. When you've got a big, like that's why I like a thin crust pizza, so that there can be more, toppings. I don't want a thick crust pizza, because I don't want to be like, filled on bread. Which with a waffle taco, I'd be like, not my usual. I can eat 20 in a row. Okay, maybe not 20, but not going to discount 20. I'm not going to. I bet if there was somebody who said, here's 20 tacos. Now, I prefer hard tacos, supreme. If they had melted cheese sauce on them, oh my god, even better. I'm really big on the more fillings because I like everything. If I have a taco, I want everything in it. See? Like, does it have shredded cheese? Because that would just blow it. Does it have shredded cheese? Only. I don't think you could even put melted cheese on it. You know what I do like, though, is Eggs Benedict. If I worked at Taco Bell, I would definitely need an expandable waistband. Get in my belly. One taco for you, two for me. One time I tried to use a comedian's joke at, because there was this one hamburger sitting there under the heat lights. I mean, come on. Eventually they're going to just throw it away, right? I mean, come on. So, I started to eat it. And it wasn't at Taco Bell, okay? And I worked there for a very long time. But this was kind of, my first year or something where I really thought, I could be funny and get my way, yeah, not get my way out of it, but I don't know. But anyway, Paula Poundstone, right? We all know Paula. She has this joke where she's like, that she likes strawberry frosted Pop-Tarts. Because, you can see the rich, tasty goodness right there on the box. So she said, when she eats Pop-Tarts, she opens a box and there's 3, packages of 2. So she eats 2, which she enjoys very much, as naturally she would. And well, I don't believe Pop-Tarts or Taco Bell is steady. But anyway, she said, she goes, and then, so she eats another 2. So now it's no longer a snack, now it's a meal. She's like, heck, I can't just have 2 Pop-Tarts hanging around in a box. I eat the last 2 just to tidy up, really. So that's why I said, that we can't just have one cheeseburger hanging around up there. I was just eating it just to tidy up, really. She was all like, you ever do that again, I'm fired. And then she made me throw it away. Bitch. Isn't that mean? Why make me throw it away? She makes me throw it away, and my 5th grade teacher made me eat out of the trash. 2 opposite instances that I'm trauma dumping on you guys. Discuss. I like that. Discuss. I don't even know what you guys are talking about in here, but I am assured It's probably nothing to do with what I'm blathering on about up here. And that is what I like about, about us guys. Because here's the thing. You go into other live streams, right? And the host is mean, and the live stream is mean. Or the host is trying not to be mean, but the chat is mean, right? Here, none of us really are, like, I just talk. I know, I see it a bunch of different kinds of Taco Bells and tacos, and I like it. I like that. That is so much better to see. That's like you guys are conversing with each other, and I'm just sitting here because you guys are in a conversation. I can sit here and just blather on. I'm not being mean or anything. I don't even know what I was talking about, honestly. You beggars. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bang. What dog? Oh, yo quiero Taco Bell. You know what that means? Run for the border. You mean trying. You are nice, Ministry. Otherwise, your name wouldn't be Ministry. Plus, you're honest. Otherwise, it wouldn't be Ministry of Truth. She knew that by being truthful, she might not get much peace. But she was all like, fuck that peace shit. Even though I'm peaceful, I'm still going to tell the truth and be prepared to kick some ass if the fact that I know that my opinion matters, not mine, yours, all of us, that's fine. Still going to speak it. I'm not demanding to be listened to. Bang Bang isn't gone. What do you mean? He's right here. Oh, you guys really think I think you guys are not listening to me? See, I don't even want to come off like that. I think it's fucking great that I don't have to answer the chat at the same time. It's too overwhelming for me sometimes because I got so much to say. So just seeing you guys like interacting with each other is like cool. They got this. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to listen. Hey, being here, talking to each other is still keeping me company and keeping each other company. Like we're just here. We're all just here. Like even if we were at a party and we were all in separate places of the room, we were all in separate. Oh, good. Okay, thank you so much. See, thank you. See, you know why he was doing that? Because he's a thoughtful person who, even if it sound oh, he knows me, he knows I joke a lot, but if there was one little sliver of possibility that I might think that they weren't listening, he just wanted to make sure to cover all sides. Like, and I think that is awesome. See, those are good people. Like, I had a friend named Mountain. He was 6'7", 325 pounds. And when my daughter was first born, we had got a house up in Huntington. We bought a house in Huntington, and it was away from everyone. And I just had the baby, and her father would go to work, so I was by myself quite often with with Rachel. And one day I look out, and here he is coming up the driveway, and with this other girl, I can't forget her name right now, but I said, "Wow, that was so nice of you to drop in, because usually I didn't get much visitors during the day." And he said, "Well, I didn't want you to know, or even at night. Like, don't get that wrong when I say during the day. Like, as if I was turning on the red light at night, fucking putting up a searchlight saying, 'Come get me.'" But anyhow, uh, he said, "Well, I didn't want you to know that I was in the area and didn't stop." didn't stop by. I said, how would I even know you were, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, okay, at that time, but I don't know if it's just like it always stuck in my head that I wouldn't have known he was driving by. It was him that would have known. You know? Like, that's, that, when, to be aware of your actions, even if somebody else wouldn't even know, is to just really be human. It really is. I don't mean to bring this particular thing up, Uh, I just hope that the people who partook in things like, when, people's uh, parents passed away and they were already on them before they even had to deal with a funeral. And I just, I think it's worth the risk to say to somebody, if you're somebody in a room where they're saying something like that, it's worth the risk. That's one thing I remember certain things, and I do remember Gearhead, even though he's been really nasty about me lately, I've seen. But, I don't mean nasty, like dirty, like sexual or anything, but he had been nasty. I don't have to feel guilty anymore, do I, if I don't keep up with the chat? Is it okay? He was a good guy, Mountain One. I'll tell ya. My God, that's so fucked up. Like, how's it possible? And I'm like, even, thank you, because I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I like to talk. And here's the beauty of this. Here's the beauty of it. You're really getting a really fine, like thing here with social media, because nowadays what we got is right, but that's a great thing, Big Bang, isn't it? Bang Bang Bang. Sorry, not Big Bang. See, but that's really complimentary. But but it's like really getting, talk radio. Not that I'm that good. I'm not saying that. And the bonus of being able to interact with other listeners at the same time, which is really that is a good concept right there. Because I don't know about you guys, but I did grow up with talk radio, AM sometimes, right? Hey, at least there was TV. But so it is a real bonus to be able to develop, friendships over the miles, and bang bang. I'm just gonna start calling her Scott. You know how much easier that would be? But I feel like it would be disrespectful. Oh, thank you, Tara. Well, it's crazy. Yeah, but you know what? I called in, and I was all like, if the shot of when I was only like 10, I told you guys this. Maybe I was 11. I might have been 11 or 12. I was the age that I could babysit, and my niece was in bed, and bang bang. But you don't like Big Bang or BBC? No, sir, just kidding. Well, I did hear you were easy. No, sir, I'm just kidding. I did not hear that. But I said, if the Shah of Iran is dying anyway, why don't we just send them back and get our hostages back? Why couldn't we do that? I don't understand. I guess it would be like, okay, well, here, we're sending SG because she's dying anyway, and and I'd be all like, wait. You know what? That was a shitty thing I said about the Shah of Iran back then, but I was only 11, okay? Now, being 55, I do understand the error of my ways, right? Now that I think about it, what if I was the fucking barter subject and it was now? And they were all like, could you imagine? And when I look at it that way, it's not such a funny story anymore. It is not such a fucking funny story anymore to me. I think I would be like, oh, fuck no. Yeah, but how many, did they have like 100 hostages? Thank you, God. Did they? And they're like, yeah, but I mean, like, really, what kind of people are they? Like, I mean, I'm a really good person. Like, you know, it's not the quantity, it's the quality. Oh, see, now that would probably work. I bet you if I said that, they couldn't deny it. Not that I have quality, but people say it all the fucking time. It's not the quality, it's the quantity. And if they say, well, this time, I say, what this time? What? 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 Please, camera, are you filming this? I god dang right I am. I want to know why before, when you were like, so, oh yeah, but it's not the quantity, it's the quality. Before that was all okay. And what now? Tell me why this changes. And I bet you there'd be no good reason. But then if they said, well, you remember back when you were 11 and you said, if he's dying anyway, not that I'm dying though, that's what my argument would be. I'd say, yes, but I'm not dying because we have advanced in technology so much. And plus I was 11 and those words no longer apply. Yes, but it has to be quality tequila. Yeah, but agave, isn't that just sugar? I mean, is that really like liquor? I think that's just a plant. I don't even think it gets you drunk. But I will tell you, in the red genie looking bottle, Hotel California tequila is very smooth. And it comes in a lovely bottle. You guys, by the way. Yay. Yay, you guys are beautiful. Yay. See, that's where this sucks, because then I don't get any. Yeah, it's a plant. Why do you want 100% agave? 100% agave? You're just going to eat the plant? You're just going to get drunk off the plant? Is it mescaline? You go, exactly. And then you go back to Sharon. You're fucking hysterical. I don't think she had bot subs back then. I think that, Chosen One, like, kept pushing her, it was, try Hotel California. It's by the Eagles, obviously. And then there's also, what is that one by Sammy Hagar? Maui Wowie or something? What's it called, you guys? Sammy Hagar's To Kill Ya. Hornitos? That is it. Now, I didn't like Sammy Hagar with Van Halen. David Lee Roth, I liked his voice, but not his talking. Paul Stanley was a dick. Sean Connery beats women. John Bon Jovi is a lovely man. I wrote a letter once to Gene Wilder about his love for Gilda Radner, but never sent it. I was highly impressed with Travis Pastrana at the X Games. Wrote a letter, never sent it. I think I should write a book. I think that eBagger should write it for me, and I will just dictate, because you know I like to dictate. No, really. eBaggers, did you leave without saying goodbye because you knew I'd give you a hard time? No, so just kidding. You guys are so funny. I did not like Sammy Hagar when he was driving 55. I did like him when he was singing I Think I'm in Love. Joanna, is it Carson? No, wait. What is her name? Joanna something. Oh my god. She's skinny now, but she was bigger before. I do not like Jimi Hendrix. Not that I don't like him, but I don't think he was that good of a guitar player. The first movie you've seen with Gene at the movies was stir crazy. I think mine was Willy Wonka, but not at the movies. I don't know. Did I see that at the movies? Willy Wonka was a great movie, especially like the effects. I had a chocolate milk river. Yeah, I hated Sammy Hagar. David Lee Roth was good with Van Halen, but he was, like he was good. David Lee Roth was good. You know what he was? The typical, perfect, not typical, but perfect, typical frontman for a band. Like they really gotta be pretty much perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because David Lee Roth, I don't think was. I don't know, when you're a singer of a band, yeah, he's a great frontman. Just the gigolo. I know he was by himself there. But when I saw him in concert as, like David Lee Roth, I never saw Van Halen. That's one band I never saw. Van Halen. Just a gigolo, and everywhere I go, people know the part I'm playing. When the end comes, I know I'm just a gigolo. Life goes on without me, and then I'll have nobody. Nobody. I'll just be a ghost. I'm just a ghost, Glenn Campbell. I'm a rhinestone cowboy. Yeah, they had a Hal Blaine. He was a studio drummer. And he was fucking great. Hal Blaine, he's right from around me. Well, that's the thing, yeah. The crowd goes as some people are. Like, Seriously, there's, even as a bartender, if it's like a small bar, like a neighborhood bar, the bar goes as the bartender goes. You get a bartender that's a dick, then the bar is just off sitting there quiet. I've seen bartenders who will shut off a jukebox for sports. Yeah, you can watch sports without sound, you know? That guy I did a story on, he killed his mother. I forgot his name. Who was it? I forgot. I'll be right back. You know, I bet there's a lot of people here who do believe in the theory that a lot of things in life are a test. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Coward thinks about it, and I mean, believes that. You know, I've heard him say it. I think a lot of people do. I heard myself say it earlier. So I think everything is. I'm gonna take my fucking glasses off for a minute. I think these glasses are too strong. I think they make me blind and I can't see. So I really can't even read the chat right now, but I still see it in High Ministry, Indian Coward. If we believe in certain things at certain times, then like I like to say, we don't get it both ways, right? So when people will say, well, it's just, social media. Well, but no, I mean, it's technology, right? It's technology. So if you want to believe, that, wow, technology is so great, you gotta believe. I get it that there's AI, right? Okay. For the most part, I think most of us are in disagreement with AI. What the fuck do we need artificial intelligence for? There's loads of real intelligence going around. Artificial intelligence? I mean, that's almost like a contradiction. You know what I mean? Isn't it? Artificial intelligence? I don't think there comes a time when anybody stops learning, and if they ever think, that if anybody who created AI, right, says, okay, they're ready to go. We taught them everything they need to know. They're ready to go. Well, then they're a pretty fucking, egotistical fuck, because they think that they know everything. Yep, I put all my intelligence into this artificial intelligence. We are as intelligent, but nobody's ever intelligent to where they know everything. And there's nothing that should be artificial when there's real human beings. Like, and they don't have to pay AI. Right, exactly. That's right. So it's about somebody doing it for malintent, right? Yeah. Well, at any time, it's very deadly. No, we are. We're the ones who made them. We are. We're the ones who made them. There's no fucking way that we should say we're not as smart as something we made. But it could be one person knows, oh, this is how, whatever the case may be. We've all watched movies where it turns out bad, right? It turns out bad. We've all watched movies where it turns out bad. So, if we think everything is a test in life, in a supreme being kind of way, so let's get away from what man did with AI. Let's get away from that. Let's talk about the bigger picture. Do you guys believe that something, some things in life are a test, or everything is a test? Yeah, there's got to be something in them to be moving them. There's got to be some kind of electricity to be moving them. There's got to be, you know what I mean, gas to make them, carry on. Something that, because if they don't have life in them, I don't care how intelligent they are, if they don't have the electrical energy given by God, they would run out of energy. They'd have to find a resource to recharge. So they're not undefeatable, They don't have what God gave them. Okay, so isn't it possible that social media and YouTube and even the Chosen One community is part of that test? And that in the wrong hands, it could be, just like Injun Joe said, it can be very deadly. And like how they like to keep saying, yeah, but it's YouTube, they aren't real. Well, they're already like trying to convince us that what we're artificial, making us confuse what's real and what's not. So I think while there's still the generation, our generations and, the people who are still around to know, enough about the Stepford wives and shit like that to not let it fucking happen. or 1984, you know? Because once we're gone, sure, we'll be gone and blah, 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 but we still have kids, we still have grandkids. No, it won't, Howard. Why do we want to control it? When you have a mind that is only using a certain percentage of its mind, yes, but it also made it's also made some people feel like, listen, I gotta just say, no great battle has ever fucking been won by turning the other cheek. See, they know they're fighting us, and we're sitting there going, oh, but we're peacekeepers, and then when we want to fight, and I don't mean fight like fisticuffs or even using their tactics. People can be a tactical master, you know what I mean? Like, that's why they would have war generals who were like, okay, while they're doing this, and, we've seen them do this the whole time, well, we'll try this. But in the meantime, we are never, ever to think we can't make a difference. Because the difference is made to us. Just like how Injun Joe said, even though there is some people, yes, it is worth it, Injun Joe, because it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and a while ago, like what, 30 years ago even, you and I, you living in the state you live in, and the state I live in, no, coward. They're not trying to kill those innocent women and children. Hamas won't let them leave, and the surrounding countries. Israel told them. They told Egypt, open up your borders to these people. Give them safety. This is what we're going to do. It is not Israel's fault that the bordering companies would not open. I mean, they told them, the country, they told them, just like Britain told France, look, tell all of them to get off the ship because you've surrendered to Hitler, and he's going to just take your fleet, and that will, where Britain had a great naval fleet, France did, Germany did, the U.S. But if one of them got in the hands of the other, then that doubled up their naval fleet. They told France. They gave them warning. They even extended it. Get your people off the ships. Because we cannot allow the ship to fall into good night, Ministry. I appreciate you being here, and I love you. Even if sometimes we don't agree, I still love you. I hope you love me. I think you do. We're friends. Coward, I think Israel was so taken aback. I don't even think they knew that the Iron Dome wasn't working. I don't think they even knew. Tell that to Hamas. Tell that to Egypt. you cannot also depend. Listen, that's the thing with and this is, and I'm not even. I mean, I know that Israel doesn't want to be doing those things they're doing. But when all those countries were attacking Israel, you know, when they were fighting Britain and stuff, because Palestine had well, Britain, I'm sorry, Britain had, you know, like Palestine was there, and they big old fight, okay, all right, big old fight after World War II, right? Am I right? I could be wrong. And some of the people there, the Palestinians, they could go to safety and not fight for Israel or with Israel, which would have been for their home because they were living there. Where Israel then would have said, look at, we don't care, we can live side by side with you. You can pray to whom you want to pray to. We'll even split this in half, and on these days when you guys pray, that's fine, and when we pray, that's fine. And then some dick comes over from, you know, the U.S. and gets through security on an airplane with, you know, with, right, you know, assault weapon, you know, and shoots a bunch, you know, like during the day where it was Muslims, and so then it starts it all back up again, right? See, I don't watch it because I don't believe in what they're showing us in Joe because of AI. But I will watch some of it, but I know what I don't want to see women and children die. I don't want to see anybody dying, but I also don't want to see these archaeological sites, these holy sites destroyed. They came and they destroyed holy sites and made it all a mockery right on live. Everybody is like forgetting all that shit. Israel shit. I mean, I get it, but the bottom line is Israel will be decimated if they don't pull out all stops. You can't. They can't. Nobody's gonna help them. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna sit back and watch, and whoever is the victor wins. In the meantime, Israel is fighting for something that's in the Bible. You got all these religious groups that are like, hey, wait a fuck. They're not. I mean, they're not like, hey, wait a fucking minute. You get it? God, the Bible, said this is their land. They have said, okay, fine, when they were saying, okay, well, we'll give you this part, and you get. Israel has always said, okay. And Palestine has always said, no. Except when Yasser Arafat, wasn't it? You know, back then, and who was it? Howard probably knows, right? Yeah, the Palestinians deserve a country. Exactly. Because they've been led. They're in fear themselves. That's why Israel, you know, like appealed to Egypt and the bordering countries. It's breaking their heart, I'm sure. But the bottom line is those bordering countries that would not give them refuge. Right, but who was the uh oh my god, it's on the tip of my tongue. I think it starts with an M. I don't know. The one from Israel though back then. Yeah, this really has nothing to do with Palestinians and Israel. It's like encroaching on the West Bank. The West Bank was kind of given to them by God, wasn't it? And their like area is just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. But here's the thing: are they going after Israel or are they going after Jews? Exactly, and Jinjo. Mhm. But are they going after Israel or the Jews? Like, are they trying to wipe out history, as in the Bible? Like, couldn't it be that since Muslims don't believe, I don't think they do believe that that is, the Mecca. That's not Mecca for them, right? It isn't, right? It's about religion, right? So couldn't it be they're trying to just wipe out, not just, by the way, wipe out a religious history, which in turn would mean that it would wipe, like there'd be no more, um, no, but see, you got it wrong there. Israelites, Palestinians, two different things. Let's talk about Jewish and Muslim. Now, don't they believe that that is, like, that's not their Mecca, isn't it? Am I right? I could be wrong. I'm asking. I'm not saying I know. So, if history is written by the victors, couldn't it be like, Nation of Islam, right? Maybe, is that Muslim? Maybe they want to wipe out the Bible and that history. So maybe people should like look a little further into it, outside the box. Like, this isn't about Israel and Palestine. This is about the victor wanting to wipe out the Bible and any kind of proof or the holy city, wipe it out. Isn't it possible? I'm not saying it is. I'm asking. Is it possible that at the end of the day, it's not going to really affect only Jews and what, supposed to, or Israel, it's going to affect the whole world because there'll be no more evidence of it? Just like they did with kings that they, or pharaohs or whatever, that they wanted to wipe out, and they'd destroy all their images, destroy everything written about them. Isn't it possible that all the basis, the archaeological evidence of the Bible is what they want to wipe out? And then the rest is just paper. Where's your holy city now? You know what I'm saying? So the whole world, a dove in power. What does that mean? A dove. I don't understand that. Right. Yeah, isn't it? Because they're terrorists, though. Somehow, some way, you got this country right there that, if they're all Muslim, I mean, Muslim is a really big religion where there's less Jews, really, but, oh, dove represents peace. I got you. Yes, but you can't have that because Jesus got crucified. You can't have a peace-loving person. You got to have somebody like Golda Meir. We never forgive and we never forget. If you don't want 20 children to die, then one shouldn't die. Because this is gonna, if they wiped out every archaeological proof of the Bible, it could be, a hotspot. Yeah, they're terrorists that are in control of that one place. And all those other countries, like Engine Joe said, could be helping them. Why aren't they? Why are they just sitting there waiting? What's going on there? Why is Israel being accused of, and what they're doing is horrible. Women and children are dying. No, wait. They said, that's even like giving your plans away, like making you vulnerable. We're not going to attack within these days, right? So you can get your women and children out. And then those other countries were like, nah, nope, go back, knowing what was going to happen. And now here's people blaming the Israelites. They could have been attacked during those 3 days. They were attacked. It's incredible to me that people would sit idly by while artifacts and burial sites, right, but the Palestinians are being terrorized by Hamas. And now the kids growing up, like, I'm sure that I remember them all crying, the Jews and the Palestinians, they were crying, they were their neighbors, and they were being ripped off the Gaza Strip. That was their home, like, they all lived together. Now there's, like, curfews, Palestinians can't even go out, I mean, they're terrified. They're terrified. Who runs their country? Like, what's the name of the guy that's like their president or something? The last one I remember is Yasser Arafat. And then ever since then, all I've heard is Hamas. Well, that's fucking ridiculous. That's like us being like, oh, who runs the U.S.? Oh, the KKK. Yeah? How the fuck did that happen? What, everybody just stood by idly? Oh, they voted them in. Oh, fuck no, they voted them in. Shut the fuck up. Well, yeah, well, with a gun to their head. Well, so? What the fuck's that about? What did they start off like 13 guys and then everybody just turned their head? Fidel Castro took over Cuba with only 15 people, but they all thought he had more and he went along with it. But it was only 15 guys. But he went along with it. They thought he had more. He was like, all right, whatever you say. Oh, yeah, he's corrupt. That doesn't even sound like a Jewish name. But he's torn right now. Is he Jewish? Like, his name is like almost sounds like something biblical or something, you know? It sounds Egyptian. You know what? I wonder, and I've seen it to be true, that, when Lou says, oh, to call the, people gypsies, people think of that as an insult, right? But when I was doing research on, the history of gypsies, travelers, right? It means that because they've always thought to be from Egypt. And I wondered, so when did it become, well, first of all, to me, it's kind of weird that, so I'm wondering, did the traveler come before, like, it's so weird to me that they would say, all right, we think they're from Egypt, so we're going to call them gypsies, but we think this person's from Egypt, and we're going to call them Egyptian. So I'm wondering if it was something to be indicative of something as like an outcast. Um, but then it says, oh, but they started from India, which is so weird. So how did it become that people thought they were from Egypt? So you mean to tell me that we should doubt basically anything we fucking hear? So all these fucking hundreds of years, everybody got there from Egypt. Nobody knows though why ones are, Egyptians and then these people are gypsies, which I'm thinking it just means like to travel. I don't know what Peaky Blinders is. I don't know that he's, so he is Jewish. What's his lineage? Like, what's with the name though? It sounds Egyptian. It don't sound Jewish, I'm gonna tell you that much. I'd be diving all deep into history, and you guys are all like talking about, oh, you know why? Because there's no fucking answers for it. Isn't it possible some people just like to travel? And here's the thing, because even though there was loads of laws against them, right? But here's what the laws were against: traveling shows, like circuses and stuff. Like, they were mostly performers and musicians. Um, I think some of them like were even there was a famous composer, but they were, oh, but these particular gypsies, he kidnapped the musicians. They were musicians. Um, there were 4 with Columbus that were known as his, his gypsy slaves went with him, Columbus women. And I kept searching and searching for whatever happened to them. 2 of them were 2 women that were, and one of them, like, it's that did they have a child together? Columbus and this gypsy who had been, see, that would make a lot of sense. Wow, that would make a great story, wouldn't it? No, don't say that, Coward. Can you remove that, please, Coward? Please. Please remove that. Please remove that. Please. That's so bad. Can you remove that, please? Um, wouldn't that be something, though? Churchill didn't have hate in his heart. No, no, no. I don't think that is it. I wonder if Columbus left the Spanish Inquisition and that gypsy woman that was she was either going to get killed. She was like a something I forget the name, man, too. And they were like questioning if they had a child together. I wonder if they were like part of the first. The thing is that they brought a lot of joy to communities. They were actually the traveling show. They also gave jobs to people who were not accepted. Even though some people would be like, oh, circus freak. No, they felt like they were with a family when everybody called them freaks. But people flocked to them to see them. And at the end of the day, who was the real winner there? They didn't cause trouble, they got accused of it. Oh, seeing it from the beginning. Churchill was great. Churchill was great. He was so good. A good speech, like not a speech, right? But what you're saying is, like wow. Means a lot. Words mean so much, and he had a lot of inspirational speeches, and that is really, in my opinion, I know a lot of people like to say that America, won the war there for, whatever, but I will tell you that if, the Battle of Dunkirk and the Blitzkrieg, and when England destroyed France's naval ships, their battleships, that's, I stabbed a waitress with a fork when I was a baby. Well, not they do. That one person did. Well, I know that's terrible. I don't even know where Bunratty is. That's when fucking he surrendered. Hitler surrendered. Then, if it wasn't for England, if it wasn't for England, In the meantime, Joe Kennedy had like advice. You know what? Don't even bother. Are you behind in the audio? Stop. Say that, Karen. Have you been drinking? Have you been drinking? Listen to me. If you're watching this, what? Joe, what's going on here? Let me ask who. My God, what's going on? I don't see eBayers in here. No? They're so funny. I think Coward is drunk. And he never has this much. He's speaking like he's English. See? He's like shite and stuff. He doesn't even know what country he's from right now. He said, yeah. Yeah, who said yeah? Oh, God, I don't even know what's going on. You guys, I love you guys. Encouragement means everything. Be kind, it's free. Positive prayers and united we stand, divided we fall. Peace, love, and tacos. I love you all. I rhymed. Bye, guys. Love and light for Debbie.